Welcome back to Zylstra Ironworks, your favorite channel. Today we are going to do a shop tour. I had a disclaimer video planned, but we're going to do that later. So I just kind of want to show you what I got going on. I have my forge, which has a squared around, ran to some round pipe, and it just feeds right into my wood stove. Just a barrel stove. And that seems to vent pretty well. If we go down below, there's the blower. It's just a little 110 blower, and it runs into my clean out, which will drop into this foil pan where it catches all the little nasty bits and small pieces of coal. There's the clean out cover. We just pull off that and pull that out a little bit. This slides up and we can clean out all the little nasty bits. So then we have kind of piles of steel laying around the anvil, miscellaneous things I've picked up, equipment, a window, oh, my anvil. I haven't really talked about this. Let's get this little hammer out of the way. This is a 300-pound block of steel I found at a scrapyard that resells steel in Grand Rapids. And I got it for $100, which is really below scrap price. It is not hardened at all. This is just regular mild steel. I had to parallel the top to the bottom, which took a whole lot of grinding because otherwise it would fall over. There was such an angle. It was flame cut originally, but I have a nice hole in the front that I put different things through in order to do work. There's an axle I laying around, and I welded it to the side just to give myself something stiff and round that I could form my scrolls and things over. Then the base used to be a log, but it was very tippy, so I put a bunch of 2x6s together and some scrap 16 gauge I had laying around, and it's sitting on blocks just to get it the right height, and I have to adjust it once in a while, but it's not too bad. It works for now, and it doesn't mess my hammers up, and it doesn't chip if I miss. It just leaves a few extra dings in some of my work. The face is not hard. So then we'll go to the log. I got this last winter in one of my log piles from my wood guy. I burn wood to heat my house, and I just started adding things. I have my hammers hanging there. This little one goes on there too. Now if we come around to the side, we have the tongs and a brush. So this pair of tongs, these I bought at a resale store, like not an auction place, a real estate place, for like 15 bucks. I don't know, maybe 10 bucks. And they're homemade. You can see where the reins have been welded together to the main head. So that was kind of like my first pair, and they've been adjusted. So they'll hold like 1/4 inch and above really well. So I saw something on the internet Thank you, Internet. And I cut out some flat stock, bend them over, put a pin in them. I think the guy makes quick tongs, is what they're called. And I just looked at a picture and drew it up on AutoCAD of kind of what he had and adjusted it some. So you have two flats that are identical. I do not have a flat pair laying around that has not been bent yet, but you can imagine what it will look like. You slap them together. That's 3/8 material, so there's plenty in the front. On the head, you can beat out to whatever shape you need, if you want it wider or smaller or round or square. So then we have the drill press. Clausing. It's a very nice drill press. Picked it up this year, in the last year. Still got original paint on most of it, and the bed is very clean. There are no drill marks except for myself from one time missing. The motor is not 3-phase. It is 220 single phase for my shop, but I still have the old motor right down there, just waiting. And that one's, I believe, 223 phase. We have a small parts cart I got from a friend of mine. I keep my sharpening things on there and some leather working stuff. It's nice to roll around. And the ESAB welder. Got a good deal on that this year. Running 75/25. Just regular 70 ERS wire in it. 035. And it seems to do well. Anything from, I don't know, probably about 11 gauge, which is 1/8 of an inch. I mean, it can do less, but I prefer to do different processes on the small stuff. Goes up to, I could do 3/8 almost in one pass with the 035. Miscellaneous stuff for the shop. The old stick welder. Picked that up at Rescued Metals in Kalamazoo for $60. Very good deal. I believe it's an old copper welder from the 60s, so all its guts are copper. Very indestructible. It welds well. It's very, very quiet when you turn it on. So that's the clean half. And this is the next kind of project. I am working on a clausing lathe, trying to get it running. So far it needs a motor, or a rebuilt motor. I'm going to rebuild the original motor. Also, the variable speed drive needs worked on. It's been hillbillied, and I'm going to try and replace it to all original. And I'm missing a few gears. You can see it right where the two mate together. I'll turn it out. Oh, it's not turning. Anyways, I'm missing about 5 gears, and then the same on the opposite side of the same sprocket. And that is for the threading screw, I believe, from what I saw in the schematics. I don't plan on threading, but I would like it all to work and take care of it right now, all at the same time. So that is the shop. If we look at the dirty side, we see the fish project hanging up by the flag, drawing table, table saw, which has become a throw everything on. Same thing with the freezer and the files. And the toolbox. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. And like, subscribe, and also fill the comment section up. I'd like to hear what you guys want to know more. And I'm going to do a forge video here soon. And maybe another knife. Really not sure. So thank you very much, and I'll catch you next time.